highway pursuits where a single second can change a destiny. From reckless bursts of acceleration to tires burning against the asphalt and the life-or-death moments between police and those who defy the law. These are real stories where speed, alcohol, and guns turn the streets into a battlefield. On December 27, 2021, in Bibb County, Georgia, Joseph Silas was spotted driving a Ford Ranger at 90 miles per hour on Interstate 75. When officers signaled him to pull over, Joseph Silas initially appeared to comply by slowing down slightly. However, he immediately accelerated past another vehicle, making it clear that he had no intention of stopping. The truck rolled down the embankment and flipped over one of the most horrific crashes I have ever witnessed. Silas was trapped inside, crying out about the pain in his arm and fearing he might lose his job. He admitted to drinking and knew he had broken the law. Fortunately, the seatbelt saved his life. Without it, this rollover would almost certainly have been fatal. In the end, he was arrested for driving under the influence and taken to the hospital for a blood alcohol test. September 25, 2022, in Savannah, Rachamel Howard was caught driving at 62 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. When officers ordered him to pull over, he attempted to deceive them by pretending to turn into an apartment complex, only to suddenly make a U-turn and flee. Howard sped through multiple streets, ignored stop signs, launched off Forest Avenue at 90 miles per hour, and ultimately drove into the oncoming lane on President Street. The police cruiser rammed in with full force, sending the Malibu crashing into the barrier before flipping multiple times and erupting into a fireball completely engulfed in flames. Incredibly, Howard was still conscious and pulled out alive, though barely responsive. His entire body reeked of alcohol, his speech was slurred, and he stubbornly refused to take a blood test. Officers discovered a loaded Springfield handgun next to the driver's seat. With a long history of prior convictions, this time Howard is unlikely to escape the severe consequences. Sergeant Monroe quickly closed the gap and executed a decisive pit maneuver at 139 miles per hour. The Challenger spun out of control and slammed into the concrete barrier on Interstate 30. The driver jumped out and fled before the car even came to a complete stop, while the passenger refused to reveal their identity and was taken into custody by police. On December 28, 2024, Tampa police encountered a BMW racing at over 120 miles per hour on State Road 618 near Gandandi Boulevard, where the speed limit was only 55. The driver then hid behind a patrol car before suddenly opening fire. The driver Giovanni Henderson was quickly taken into custody. He had multiple prior convictions for driving with a suspended license. This was his third offense, yet he still recklessly tried his luck behind the wheel of a BMW.
I'm trying. Steam it! Keep going. Keep going. Go. Fuck!
This bold act ultimately left Henderson facing far more serious charges. On March 19, 2024, Officer James Booth spotted a black Nissan SUV speeding at 83 miles per hour on Interstate 430, where the limit was 65. At around 6:30, as Jimmy Clark turned onto the eastbound ramp, Officer Booth moved in to stop the vehicle. However, Clark chose not to comply and ignored the order to pull over. Near West 16th and South Woodrow, Officer Booth rammed hard, sending Clark's SUV spinning into a utility pole and knocking down power lines. Despite orders to crawl out of the vehicle, Clark refused to comply, forcing officers to smash the window and pull him out. After a medical evaluation, Clark was arrested on multiple charges, including fleeing and driving with a suspended license. The incident also shut down traffic in the area for several hours while crews worked to repair the damage. Whether they drive a Ford, a BMW, or a Challenger, they all share the same destination. Not the horizon ahead, but the cold grip of handcuffs, the weight of heavy sentences waiting for them, and sometimes, even the loss of their own lives. This is the fate of those who defy the law and treat speed as a game.